Hi friends, I'm sharing with you 5 really awesome weeknight dinner ideas in today's video. If you're new to my channel, my name's Molly. Thanks so much for stopping by. I love sharing with you all of my recipes, so make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna share with you, like I said, 5 really awesome, easy weeknight dinners that your whole family will love. For this dinner, I'm going to be doing some teriyaki chicken thighs, and I'm going to marinate these chicken thighs. This is a big batch, and I cook the whole thing so that we can have lots of leftovers for lunches and snacks. I actually really like snacking on these chicken thighs. They're just delicious. So I'm gonna put them just in my container here so that I can marinate them. And you want to do a minimum of 30 to 40 minutes marinating, or you can marinate this in the morning or even the night before as well, whenever you have time. So I'm gonna add in my teriyaki sauce onto all of these chicken thighs. And it's just such a great, easy recipe. So I have my teriyaki sauce. I have some garlic powder as well. I'm going to kind of flip these around a little bit so they can all get coated with the teriyaki sauce. And like I said, you'll want to marinate these for a minimum of 30 to 40 minutes. Just put it in the fridge and let it sit in that marinade. So now I'm just barbecuing it on the barbecue, and we will have lots of chicken thighs for snacks and for lunches as well. But it's going to be delicious for tonight's dinner. I'm going to make, while the chicken's barbecuing, I'm going to make some rice and some broccoli. It's our favorite sides, rice and broccoli. My kids love both of those, so that's why I make a lot of rice and a lot of broccoli. So my rice is 1.5 cups of water to 1 cup of rice, and I'm going to give it a little stir, let it boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to bring it to a simmer, put the lid on, and then it will cook for about 20 to 25 minutes. I like to use the lid with a glass so I can see when it's done. Now I'm going to steam some broccoli. I have my steamer basket, and there's water on the bottom of my pot, and I'm just going to add in some broccoli. I have a big bag of the broccoli already chopped up, so I'm just going to do a portion of this bag and going to steam it in the steamer basket. So it just doesn't take long at all, 6 to 7 minutes. And this is one of my favorite dinners. I love this P.F. Chang's teriyaki sauce. You don't have to add any extra teriyaki if you don't want to, but it is definitely a great sauce. I'm gonna make a meatloaf. I love meatloaf, and I love this onion soup mix packet. I use it for so many different things. And I'm also gonna add in this kind of crispy coating. It's like a panko breadcrumb. 2 eggs, and then I have a 1/4 cup of ketchup as well. I'm going to mix all these ingredients together. I really like meatloaf. It is just really good. It's easy. You can make it. I like to make things ahead of time during the day, and then I can cook them, do the final cook when it is dinner time. So I just love prepping stuff early so I can prep this in the afternoon, and then we can have it for dinner, which is really convenient for me. So I am going to add this ground beef into my pan, form it into a little loaf, and then I'm going to add on some ketchup onto the top, and then I will brush it with my pastry brush. So I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake this in the oven for 45 to 50 minutes, and it is delicious. I have a side of mashed potatoes also for this for tonight. Very yummy, very good meatloaf. I'm going to do a crockpot meal tonight. I have my chicken. I have this butter chicken simmer sauce that I love. It is really good. It's mild. It's not too spicy. I'm going to add in some tomato sauce. I have evaporated milk as well. I have an onion and then some seasonings, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. So I'm going to add everything into my crock pot. This is definitely a dump and go meal. If you've been around my channel, you know how much I love using my crock pot. I just love easy dinners. We have very busy weekdays. My kids have a lot of activities, and I help out coaching their basketball teams. So we have practice in the evenings, and my husband coaches one of the basketball teams as well. So we are quite busy right now, and so crock pot meals really save a lot of time, and we can all have a really awesome meal when we get home at the end of the day. So this is just really great to dump it all in, and we are ready to go. So I'm going to just put everything into the crock pot. You can cook this when everything is in. You can cook it on high for 4 hours or on low for 7 to 8 hours. and it just comes out really great. This sauce is just delicious. It has got a little bit of a kick to it, but not too much, not too spicy, but it is just got a lot of flavor. So I'm going to cook it on low for 7 to 8 hours, and then it will be ready to go. I love to serve this with, you can do a side of rice or a side of noodles. I love rice with these crockpot meals that have like a good gravy, a good sauce, because it can really soak up that sauce with this. So this has been cooking and it is amazing and it smells so, so good. So I'm going to add it to my rice. Like I mentioned, we do a lot of rice because everyone's just a huge fan of rice in our house, and it's just a good side for us to have. So I'm adding all that sauce onto my rice, and so good. And we also have a side salad with this one. So I'm going to do some soup. It just is such a great time of year for soup. I have this packet that my mom actually got me for Christmas, and so I'm going to make it for tonight's dinner. I have my Better Than bouillon that I'm going to make my chicken broth. So this calls for 8 cups of chicken broth. I'm adding it into my Dutch oven. I love my Dutch oven for soups. It is just amazing. I have been making a ton of soups, a ton of chilies lately with the weather being cold and wet, so it's just perfect. I have 2 chicken breasts that have just grilled up, so I'm going to dice it into some small pieces, and we always have a lot of grilled chicken on hand. I always make a big pack to have in the fridge we do a lot of sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, and salads with chicken. So I'm adding in this packet. So this is a really easy dinner, but it is just really fun to try these new things. So this packet is just really great. So I'm going to add in the chicken. And the chicken's optional if you want to keep it like a vegetarian soup. It can definitely leave out the chicken as well, but really good with all these spices and mixes. So I'm going to give this a stir. I'm going to put the lid on and let this cook. It only takes 30 minutes. So this is just a really quick, easy dinner to have on the table. Like I mentioned, busy nights, and this is just a really great way to have something nice and warm and nice and hearty, adding in the chicken as well. So here is the soup. You can add in some heavy cream as well if you wanted to thicken this up a little bit, make it like a white chicken soup, and that would be really delicious. But this is very good, tons of flavor with all of these seasonings. I'm definitely a huge fan of these little soup packets, and I definitely need to get more in the future because I love an easy meal. I'm going to make some crock pot macaroni and cheese. My kids are really big fans of macaroni and cheese. So I have these little elbow noodles, a whole box. I have some cream cheese, a brick of cream cheese, and this is definitely nice and rich and creamy, and it's a big hit. My kids they like macaroni and cheese, and it's fun to just have something that is cooking with not a whole lot of effort because you just dump it all into the crock pot. So I have 2 cups of milk. I have a can of evaporated milk as well. And I shredded my own cheese for this. So I have 4 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I feel like if you shred it yourself, it melts a little bit smoother in the crock pot. So I'm gonna add my lid on and I'm going to cook this. And I like to stir this one about every hour if you're able to, just to stir around all that cheese and cream and make those noodles cook really well. So really, really yummy, and like I said, creamy and rich and a good comfort food, perfect for wintertime, but just a really awesome dinner. Add with some salad and some broccoli and you're good to go. I hope that you enjoyed these dinner ideas. I had so much fun sharing them with you. We have so much fun eating them, of course. Nice and healthy meals, quick to the table that the whole family loves. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hope that you have a really great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.